Welcome everyone, my name is Bill Smithson and I'll be your host for today's webinar. Our webinar is titled, How to Prevent Cognitive Decline as We Age and Lower Your Risk of Having Dementia Without Medical Intervention. Thanks so much for joining me today. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to find out more about this important topic, and I promise you, you're going to get a lot of value from this presentation. If you've ever been concerned that as you age, you may become a burden to your family due to the onset of conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's, you're not alone. Almost everyone knows someone who's been affected by age-related cognitive decline, so it's a fair and common concern for many entering the later years of their lives. In fact, more and more people are starting to think about these problems at a much younger age as awareness grows. People today are more cognizant of the fact that their diet and lifestyle choices can have a real impact on their bodies in the later years, and that brain health is something that can be proactively addressed. It doesn't have to be the ticking time bomb you're waiting for to go off. Of course, there will always be the multi-billion-dollar giant that is the pharmaceutical industry, encouraging medical intervention and treatment. It's common and almost habitual for people who have concerns with their cognitive health to visit their local clinic. The problem is they are usually simply given a prescription and left on their own to solve the problem. Now, we're not about to say that there isn't a place for the pharmaceutical industry. The industry is no doubt a requirement in the treatment of diseases, but in the prevention of diseases relating to brain health, there's simply a better way. Let's see if anyone here can relate to this scenario. Something doesn't feel right. You're not entirely sure what it is, but something just seems off. There could be a pain or simply something that just wasn't there before. You go to see your local clinic, you get a prescription, you take the medication as prescribed, it either doesn't help or provides mild relief. You take it for some time, you get a refill, you take it again, you start to wonder if maybe a second opinion is a wise choice. You visit a different clinic, you get the same prescription. This cycle continues until you simply get to a point where you learn to accept you have some kind of problem and simply manage the issue. What I've just described for you here is the pathway that many people who are beginning to show signs of cognitive degeneration go through. So why does it continue? Why is nothing else being done? You see, most people are simply unaware that there are more holistic, comprehensive approaches to dealing with this and that it doesn't have to be reactionary. At BrainFit Resorts, we've developed a program that is very focused on applying a multi-domain approach with coaching and ongoing support instead of self-help instructions. So if you've ever worried about not knowing the steps you can take to minimize your risk of cognitive degenerative diseases such as dementia and Alzheimer's, if you've worried about becoming a burden on your family as you grow old, or if you've been worried that you'll lose the meaning of your life and engagement with society, then you're in the right place. We want to put all of those concerns to rest right here today. Our goal here is to show that not only is it possible to maintain your brain health and brain power, but that it's possible to actually improve it as well. I want to show you that you can age gracefully and maintain your passion for life. And I want to show you that it is possible to prevent a deadly and incurable brain disease. I mean, after all, we know making lifestyle changes and taking specific strategic steps in our lives can help us prevent a number of diseases and conditions in our physical health. Why wouldn't it be possible to do the same for your brain health? At this point, I'd like to ask that if you have your mobile phone out or Facebook open, that you kindly close it down during the webinar. I want to be able to provide you with a lot of high-value information, and believe me, you won't want to miss any of it. So, grab a pen and paper, a drink if you need one, and let's dive in. Now, before we get started, I wanted to take a minute to tell you a little bit about us here at BrainFit Resorts. Our company was founded by Professor Dan J. Sherman, who after a long and successful career in medicine, his insights led him to a strong interest in disease prevention. Many years of research and working with patients emphasized the importance of preventing disease before it ever takes hold. Recent medical advances and new research highlighted cognitive decline and dementia prevention as one of the key areas in which Professor Sherman could make a positive difference in other people's lives, and thus the BrainFit Resorts concept was born. The team at BrainFit Resorts consists of doctors, psychologists, nutritionists, and physical therapists who specialize in and are passionate about brain health and cognitive wellness. Our consultants and advisors are opinion leaders, chief scientists, neurologists, and neuropsychiatrists in the clinical practice and science of cognitive aging and dementia prevention. Together, we've developed a program that's built around evidence-based solutions coupled with long-term sustainable lifestyle changes with a personalized approach. We appreciate that each and every one of us is different and that when it comes to brain health, there is no one glove that fits all. That's why we decided to hold this presentation today. We wanted a way to reach out to as many people as possible and get the right information in front of them so that they can finally start making the right lifestyle changes to prevent the onset of these diseases. The alternative, living in the dark, waiting for the disease to develop, and reactively seeking prescription drugs as a Band-Aid solution for the rest of your life. So let me ask you this. If I can show you today that it's not only possible to prevent cognitive decline and improve your brain health, but how you can do it as well, wouldn't that be well worth your time? I think so too. So let's get started. Let's take a look at what we're going to cover. First, as you age, you do become forgetful. Or is it something more? Number 2, the science behind the change. And number 3, the secret to improving your brain health over time. So let's start with number 1. As you age, you do become forgetful, or is it more? We hear it all the time, right? Remember what happened last week? I can't even remember what I had for breakfast, and other mind-age-related jokes like that. It's unfortunately becoming something most people just accept. Signs of age, you might call it. It's of course natural for our brains to start to deteriorate as we age, and start to forget things, become slower to react, and so on. However, these seemingly small issues, like a forgetfulness, can often be the signs of a larger, more serious issue. Some people might find issues like language memory frivolous. This would be when you can't remember a certain word for something simple and common, or when you can't remember the name of someone close to you, or even if you have trouble with simple problem solving and other cognitive skills. It's far too common to hear people chalking it up to just getting old. All of these seemingly frivolous issues can actually be symptoms of early onset dementia. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia and accounts for roughly 70% of cases. Dementia is a degenerative brain disease in which neurons in other parts of the brain are eventually damaged or destroyed, including those that enable a person to carry out basic bodily functions such as walking and swallowing. People in the final stages of the disease are bedbound and require round-the-clock care. Unfortunately, dementia and Alzheimer's disease are ultimately fatal. As of today, no cure exists for any of these conditions. The disease has become so prevalent, 7 out of 10 people have had some level of involvement with dementia or a related disease such as Alzheimer's. If not individually, then through the suffering of a friend or family member who was lost over time. While the disease cannot be cured, there are ways to prevent dementia from ever becoming an issue. That's why it's so important to look at the ways that we might be able to prevent the onset of Alzheimer's and dementia in the first place, and science is backing this up. You see, with Alzheimer's, there are abnormal structures within the brain that are present. These are believed to damage and even kill nerve cells. Not only that, but they actually block communication among nerve cells and disrupt the processes that these cells normally perform. I bet after hearing that, the symptoms and effects of these diseases are making a whole lot more sense, and you can see why they have such an impact. What's interesting is that experts are finding that diseases such as Alzheimer's are developed as a result of multiple factors rather than a single cause. Some of these factors can be depression, diabetes, physical inactivity, hypertension, obesity, smoking, high cholesterol, heart disease, and many other factors, including diet. These factors combined account for more than half of the attributable risk to Alzheimer's and dementia. So, can everyone start to see now why it can be so dangerous to shrug off many of these symptoms as simply getting old? So, you're probably thinking, what can be done? Well, you'll be interested to learn that there's real science behind the solution. If we can understand that almost every part of your body can be improved from a health standpoint when specific steps are taken, then why would it be any different for your brain? The truth is, there are many preventative measures for dementia that don't include prescription drugs. Different lifestyle and behavioral changes such as increased physical activity, improved nutrition, supplements, stress and sleep management, and cognitive stimulation have all shown to have positive effects. Experts have found that the biggest differences are seen in those that use what we like to call a multi-domain approach. This includes making changes in multiple different areas. Physical exercise can be one of the best. We all know about the positive health benefits associated with exercise when it comes to things like heart and lung disease. But what if I told you that science has shown that physical exercise actually enhances the growth of new brain cells? There were 2 large studies that were conducted to determine how effective all of these strategies are when combined in a multi-domain approach to prevent age-related cognitive decline. The Finger study is a landmark study that was conducted over a 2-year period in the multi-domain intervention of diet, exercise, cognitive training, and vascular risk monitoring to prevent cognitive decline in at-risk elderly people. A randomized group of approximately 1,200 people between the ages of 60 and 77 were researched. The research was designed to see if multiple measures can have a positive impact on cognitive health. They found that multi-domain interventions, combining changes for brain-healthy nutrition, exercise, including weight training and cardio, and specific types of cognitive training over the 2 years led to improved cognitive outcomes. The second study took a different angle of approach. It tested the effects of omega-3 supplementation in combination with multifaceted interventions. This included physical activity, cognitive training, and nutritional advice. The subjects in this study were generally older, many being over 75. The results suggested that if you start late in life when there are already signs of dementia, this approach may be ineffective. More recently, the Lancet Commission brought together 24 international experts to consolidate the findings of their research. The combined evidence to date shows that roughly 35% of all cases of dementia are attributable to 9 potentially modifiable risk factors. Many of the risk factors occur at particular life stages, but some, such as smoking and hypertension, are likely to make a difference at all stages of life. The modifiable risk factors include, in early life, education to a maximum of age 15, midlife, hypertension, obesity, hearing loss, and later life, depression, diabetes, physical inactivity, smoking, and low social contact. So in summary, there is actual solid science backing up the multi-domain approach to proactively prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. Like most other preventative measures for other diseases and conditions, simple lifestyle changes and behavioral modifications are the answer. At BrainFit Resorts, we implement these multi-domain approaches to help people make real lifestyle changes. The difference in cognitive function and overall health that we see and hear from people who go through our programs only proves how effective it is. Is this making sense? Does everyone see how an approach to brain health like this can make a huge difference? Finally, we have the secret to improve your brain health. When it comes to change, especially in the later years of life, changing our lifestyle and the ways that we do things can be a bigger deal than most people realize. After all, if we have lived the same way our entire lives, making changes after 40, 50, or even 60 years is a tall task. It's one of the biggest things that we find holds people back. That's why we created our programs at BrainFit. We don't try to run uphill. We look for the easiest ways to make the most effective changes. We find that taking a personalized approach works best. Not only because there is no one glove that fits all when it comes to health and especially brain health, but also because it allows us to tailor a program towards the strength of the person, making for a much more individualized lifestyle change, which in the end will be more successful. It doesn't have to be an uncomfortable transition, and most people find a whole list of other benefits after making these changes. This includes less frequent doctor visits, better immune system, and generally waking up and enjoying each day with much more energy than they previously had. Certain terms like cognitive training can put a lot of people off, so it's common to associate that with hard work when in fact it's the complete opposite. We offer brain fitness exercises that are enjoyable, attractive, and well adapted to your personal level of cognitive performance. After you stay with us, you will be able to continue with your progress on our brain training platform. We have also developed a unique outdoor cognitive training program which we carry out in small groups. I'm hoping by now everyone should be seeing how this can all tie together, right? So let me ask you, have you found this information eye-opening? Can you see how important it can be to actively make lifestyle changes to prevent cognitive decline and other associated diseases? The most common question we get at this point is this for me? Let me ask you a couple of questions to find out. First, are you a senior in your golden years of retirement and seeking professional guidance in developing a healthy lifestyle with an emphasis on wellness of mind, body, and spirit? Second, are you an adult over 50 years of age and beginning to experience minor memory problems or other symptoms of cognitive decline? Third, are you concerned about developing dementia because either you have witnessed mental decline in those close to you, or you're particularly susceptible due to your family history? If you have answered yes to any of these questions, then let me show you how you can take the next steps. I'd like to invite you to book a free one-on-one consultation with one of our experts to find out how our Protect My Brain program can best help you. Protect My Brain is a program for the prevention of cognitive decline and associated degenerative diseases. This program applies a complete multi-domain approach to preserve and improve your brain power and is personalized to your individual risks and vulnerabilities to ensure maximum benefit. Here's what's included. For starters is a 7-day, 7-night stay in our private villa located in one of the most beautiful, serene locations in Phuket, Thailand. This resort is exclusive to our program guests only, so everyone there is there in a safe, supportive environment, all with the same goal in mind. We only take small groups with a maximum capacity of 14 attendees for any 1 week, so you can be sure all of your needs will be attended to. You'll also receive a review of your history, habits, and current lifestyle, A complete lab panel workup for medical identification of your current state and areas of risk, workshops and lectures to get you informed in ways that you can change your life for the better, a tailored action plan to address key areas of your individual health risks with actions and changes to address these issues that is unique to you. Physical activities that you can sustain long term to integrate them into your daily life. Ways to manage undue stress and anxiety. You'll learn stress management techniques you can master forever. Daily Thai massages, yoga, and meditation sessions to relax your mind, body, and soul. Anytime access to our brain gym, which incorporates all sorts of brain-stimulating activities, both indoors and outdoors, to keep you fully engaged. And finally, nightly entertainment, social games, karaoke, dancing, and other fun activities designed to blow your mind. One of the reasons why our program is so effective is because once you complete your stay, we don't leave you on your own with no support. You'll have our ongoing monitoring program for a further 3 months with our trained wellness coaches to ensure that everything you learn through our program can be integrated into your lifestyle. Our coaches will help you to stay accountable to the goals that you outline and help you work towards achieving them. The monitoring program also ensures that your support network is maintained and continues to assist you. We will remain on call if there's any major changes in your stats. Periodically, new trainings and assessments will be provided to you to demonstrate your progress. Included is also a 1-month one-on-one online session to talk about everything that's working or not working and a tailored action plan to address any issues. Many people believe they can come to a wellness resort, detox center, yoga or meditation vacation, or something similar, and in a week or so, they can change their whole life. In fact, the reason such centers and programs are so in demand and continue to have repeat customers is simple. You cannot change your life simply by completing a program over 1 week. The only way you can put yourself in the highest possibility of achieving your goals and outcomes from your program is to continue to work at them once you leave the resort and return home. That's what makes our ongoing monitoring and support program so invaluable. You see, once you become part of the BrainFit family, your progress becomes our priority. We identify what your individual risk factors are, set out a plan to address them, and only with continued support and guidance can you be in the best position towards achieving your goals and ultimately live with a passion and exuberance for life. We invite you to give your brain the mind it deserves. By being at our resort for 7 days and nights and away from your everyday environment, we know you'll start to feel the results of our program by the end of the week. As you continue your journey with us over the following 3 months, you will have access to our client platform, which will show you how you are progressing and what you have been able to achieve in specific periods of time. You're going to feel different, better, healthier, sharper, more aware, more energetic, and more social. Is there anyone here that doesn't want to feel like that? I don't think so. At this point, you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how much does it cost? When we were deciding how to price the Protect My Brain program, we had 2 choices. The first choice was to price it as low as we could, deliver it through online videos, and have our attendees work through it at their own pace. We realized this comes with some significant flaws. First, we couldn't give you the ongoing commitment to ensure your progress. Second, we wouldn't be able to give you the experience that you deserve. Finally, and most importantly, leaving it to you as the end user to find your own way would make us no better than your local clinic. Our second choice was to price our program a bit higher, but in return, we get to provide you with not only an unforgettable experience, but also all the resources you need to achieve success with the program. So we have two different pricing options for single or dual participants. Single participants are those of you who want to attend on your own, and dual participants are couples or support relationships, i.e. parent and child, friends, extended family, etc. The 7-day, 7-night stay will be all-inclusive, meaning airport pickup and drop-off in our private car or van, all food and beverages at the villa, a complete health and lifestyle evaluation, sleep and stress assessment, biometrics and laboratory workup, one-on-one consultations with our team, information workshops, physical activity training, brain training and assessment, stress and anxiety management techniques, daily relaxation including yoga, meditation and massage, evening entertainment and social events, and our 3-month ongoing monitoring program. At the Villa, you'll be working directly with our founder and CEO, Professor Dan J. Sherman himself, and also our psychologist, clinical nutritionist, personal fitness instructors, and wellness coaches, all who are there to ensure that you have the most immersive, life-changing experience possible. All of this will cost you just $6,000 per person. In contrast, staying at a resort like this would easily cost just as much without the program we include. For dual participants interested in visiting together, you would get a discounted rate at just $5,000 per person. That's a savings of $2,000 by bringing the most supportive person in your life with you on your journey. We do this because having this person there by your side to support you during your stay and after you return home will make implementing the learning and training you receive through our program that much easier. Lifestyle habits are really hard to change. I could leave the webinar right now and go enjoy the rest of my day, but this isn't about me. This is about you. If you leave now, you might think you've learned a lot of great stuff, but my guess is that by tomorrow morning, you'll have already slipped back into your normal routines, right? You'd just do whatever you've always done. That's what most people do. But with our program, we won't let you go back to your old habits. We hold you accountable to make sure you're successful by breaking those habits and are fully comfortable doing so. That's what you'll get when you sign up today. Most people that go through our program, when asked about it, will tell us how easy it actually was to make the changes to their lifestyle. We make sure we do it in a secure and comfortable way because we know it's the only way to succeed. The Protect My Brain program is about taking action towards creating the best you for the rest of your life. As such, we like to reward action takers. So for the attendees of this webinar who book their spot in the Protect My Brain program within the next 24 hours, you will get a free upgrade to our ongoing monitoring and coaching plan from 3 months to a full 12 months. That's right, you'll have access to the support of our entire team for a whole year. Remember, this coaching ensures your learning outcomes, providing ongoing support and gives you trainings and assessments that help you create life-changing results. We will be working with you, dedicating our time, knowledge, and resources to you for the entire 12 months. This upgrade normally costs $990 per person, so you're between saving an additional $990 to $1,980. We can't run this offer forever, and since we started running this webinar just 2 weeks ago, we've already got people booking their stays and taking full advantage of this offer. Some booking their stays as much as 3 months in advance. So be quick, click on the link below to book a call with one of our consultants to finalize your booking today. As mentioned earlier, this offer will only be available to attendees of this webinar who book in the next 24 hours. Think about it this way. If all our program did was help you live a happier, healthier life, wouldn't it be worth it? If all our program did was help you maintain and even improve your brain power, wouldn't that be worth it? And if all our program did was help you prevent a deadly and incurable disease like Alzheimer's or dementia, wouldn't that be worth it? I think it would too. Can we guarantee this will prevent the disease? No. In the same way, there was no guarantee that you would have gotten any of these diseases at all. For the same reason we like to go to the gym or the dentist or your family doctor for an annual checkup, we as individuals do it not because we have an issue, but to prevent an issue. Proactively taking steps to address your specific health issues, which have a high risk of you contracting any of these diseases, will mean putting yourself in the best position towards avoiding them altogether. So I ask you, if we do this for our physical fitness, our dental health, and our overall well-being, why wouldn't you do it for your brain? What we can guarantee is that you will leave our resort feeling better, looking forward to the future, having learned and understood more about yourself, with an action plan of exactly what you need to do in order to live with your best days still to come. Knowing what you know now, don't you think it may be worth a few minutes of your time to hop on a call and check this out? If you're still not quite sure, then I ask you to click the link below and set up a time to speak with one of our experts today. Our team will be able to address any of your questions or concerns. For the action takers, take note of the code on your screen now and give it to your advisor on the call. That way they'll know you've seen this webinar and are ready to take action and will apply the free upgrade for you on the spot. I'd like to thank you very much for investing your time today. I hope you got a lot of great information from our webinar. If you like what you've seen today, want to learn more about what we do, and want to continue to take steps towards preventing cognitive decline, subscribe to our Facebook page by following the link below, and take a look at our website at www.brainfitresorts.com. Thanks once again for joining me today, and I wish you all the very best on your cognitive health journey.